Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. Today is April 1st and I am Paul Pepper. Or am I really? Happy April Fool's Day.
Okay, Andy. That's Andrew Grabau. And I'm Paul. And this is April Fool's Day. I don't know whose idea that was to do that.
I can't do your job.
That's all right. That's right. I think that was Travis, our director's idea. But happy April Fool's Day to you. Anyway, Andrew Grabau is with us from Heart of Missouri United Way. It's a pleasure to have you here. You could fill in here from time to time.
Oh, my gosh. No way. Those are some big shoes I could never fill.
I don't know. Anyway, Andy, what have you got going for this is a special month, April, right?
Yes.
April Fool's Day, starting off the month. But you want to talk about volunteers for United Way.
That's right. Nationally, April is National Volunteer Month.
Okay.
Yes.
And United Way needs volunteers.
We do. So we do. And there's a couple of things about volunteering. I think that's really, really special. You know, it's amazing that volunteering does something for the heart and the soul of the volunteer, right? When you volunteer and you engage in the local community, you feel really good.
Yeah.
But it also helps to meet the larger needs in the community that the nonprofit sector really, quite honestly, just doesn't always have the resources to fulfill.
I was reading an article many years ago about the millions and millions of dollars that volunteers provide in time that companies and organizations could simply not afford to pay if it were not for volunteers. I mean, millions of dollars.
No, that's correct. So the federal government uses a rate of $28 an hour for figuring out the value, the financial value of a volunteer. And so we know at the Heart of Missouri, if you think of a project that we have coming up in April called Read Across Columbia, which puts together 650 kits of books to go to first and second graders. That takes about 20 volunteers. It takes about 3 hours worth of time. So you start to do the math, and you could quickly see the value of what that volunteering provides.
Yeah.
Right? And it adds up millions of dollars for the whole community when you factor in all volunteer experiences.
And as Andrew mentioned, when you volunteer, not only you're giving back to the community, but you're giving something to yourself. It just feels good to help other people. It feels good to give something away because you're getting that satisfaction of knowing that perhaps you're making life just a little bit better for somebody.
I think as we look at where our world is right now and where our community is, a little 2 years into the pandemic, if you have the ability to volunteer and to get back into the community and engage and connect with the community, it will help in filling a void that I think many of us have felt over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Because we've been isolated. Mm-hmm. We've been isolated out of necessity because of the contagiousness of COVID. But now that things are getting a little bit better and we're able to get out and be with other people, It feels better.
That's right. And actually, there are plenty of medical studies that also show the challenges of social isolation and the lack of and loneliness and how it contributes to challenges around someone's not only mental health, but physical health too. So United Way has a retiree program called Give 5, and we are having our first class that's going to start in July, but you can sign up now by going to our website at uwheartmo.org.
So what is Give 5?
Give 5 is a volunteer program that leverages the skills of recent retirees and connects them to nonprofit organizations in our community around real projects that help our community. We ask that the volunteers consider giving 5 hours a month.
And that's not much.
It goes very fast. But the value, as we started to talk about earlier at the beginning of the segment, the value of it is tremendous. So we have a cohort that's going to form in July, and this will not only help in building some new relationships with people in the class, but also as the volunteers engage in the community. they will build a sense of connection, reconnection.
Now, you're asking people to give 5 hours a month. Can they give more if they want to?
Definitely. They definitely can. And I think often what we have seen is once someone does get involved and they build that connection with the organization, they oftentimes will, but we don't want to place some expectations on them. So we're asking for 5, but if there's opportunities and so willing, they can do more.
So what are some of the things that you're asking people to do?
Well, this is kind of the great thing about this program. United Way is bringing in volunteers, and we're connecting with our nonprofit partners. The nonprofit agencies are going to help in creating the volunteer projects that they need help with. So I'll give you an example. If there is a smaller nonprofit that needs assistance with some of their QuickBooks, some of their financial matters, if there is a retired CPA or a retired accountant, they may be able to provide that kind of support. Or a volunteer may be able to provide some support around designing a marketing platform, like a one-page marketing sheet, using their experience from that. All kinds of volunteer experiences. I know one,
for example, Love Inc. We're looking for people to help advise other folks on how to make a budget, how to make a household budget and stay on a budget.
There you go.
It seems simple, but that's very important for somebody who perhaps hasn't had any experience with managing money.
That's right.
So those are the kind sort of things that you're talking about, right?
That's exactly right. So using someone's experiences, and I think that's kind of an important thing that all of your listeners should know. Volunteering may sound intimidating. It may sound like, oh, I may not know what to do. But I promise everyone that when you volunteer for an organization, you will find a good experience and you'll fit in.
Okay.
Yeah.
If people want more information on this, Andrew, what can they do?
So our website, uwheartmo.org, has information both on volunteering and on Give5.
Okay. It's www.uwheartmo.org for more information. Or is there a phone number they can call? You prefer they go to the website?
Prefer they go to the website. There's a form that they can complete. There's also some other contact information, such as my email address, and they can email me directly.
Okay, they can email, and you won't pull an April Fool's joke on them.
I promise I'll answer.
Okay, so this is April Fool's. So you're going to close the segment up then too, since you opened it?
Boy, we didn't go over that at the very beginning. I don't know.
Just close it up. Say we're out of time. Drop me an email.
There we go. We're out of time. Drop me an email. Happy April Fool's Day.
And what's the email address? He doesn't know. Pepper P, Missouri.edu. Bye-bye.